So what is the free open source software? Open source software, I have told you, this is allowed to anyone who can create and release their own distribution. That is the reason there is a thousands of the distributions are available. So I am showing you the DistroWatch. So DistroWatch, where you will find all the Linux derivative operating systems here. So you can see there is a lots of the distros are available. You can see the hundreds are there. More static you can go for the more. There is a hundreds, which is the top 100. Top 100 means on the top, this is the MX Linux, Endeavor OS, Manjaro, Mint, Fedora, Ubuntu, Debian, Lite. Is there any Kali Linux? Yes, Kali Linux on the number of 17 in the term of the use. Okay, so you can see there is a lots of the operating systems are available. Here is a one hacking other operating system is a Tails, which is available to download and you can use. It can make you the anonymous. So these are the multiple operating systems are available, you can see. Okay. You can search any specific distribution if you don't know the name. Find if you have your own distribution, you can submit the distribution and anything you can do it. Leave it. This is not actually required. I am just showing you how many the distros are available which can be used. Okay. So the Linux distribution, this is the history of the Linux distribution. Unix was released in 1991, the Linux was released. Linux, the Red Hat is a one branch released in 1994, and in 1993 the Debian was released. Debian based the Ubuntu, and Red Hat based there is a RHEL, there is a fewer RHEL and CentOS, Fedora. These are the operating system which is based on the Red Hat. And Debian based is a lots of the operating system. Ubuntu is one of the Debian based. Linux, Kali is the one of the Debian based operating system. Black Box, Parrot OS, Black Arch, these are the Debian based. Linux based is a Android operating system. It was developed in 2007. All of you know about the Android, of course. There is some common distros like Fedora, Ubuntu, Red Hat, Linux Mint, Debian, OpenSUSE, and there is a common servers which is deployed over these Linux servers like web server, name resolution, file and print, log, virtualization, database, cluster. So web server is where website is hosted. DNS already you know, the name resolution servers, and file and print servers, log servers, syslog server I have told you already, syslog server, virtualization server like using the VMware and something, Docker, container based is a Docker, Kubernetes, database like MySQL database, cluster means cloud. So these are the common services which are used and which are deployed over the Linux operating system. There is a two type of the interface in a Linux. One interface is known as a graphical interface where you can click by the mouse and proceed. But another is a command line interface where you will write the command, hit enter and proceed. Okay, so command line interface and graphical interface. So graphical interface, mainly and generally most of the Linux server was administered and managed based on the command line interface. Why? Because you will have to access this server by using the SSH. The other operating system also can be managed by the using the graphical user interface. So there is a multiple graphical user interface are available and options are available. So command line interface, what are the advantage and what are the disadvantage of the command line interface? There is a only one disadvantage. You cannot remember easy. Commands you can't remember easy. This is the main disadvantage. And advantage is very quicker. Very quick you can perform the task like creating the folder, creating the file, editing the file, writing something in, and performance is a good and high performance because the command line interface is consuming very less resources. Graphic is using lots of the resources, and there is a scripting is possible where you can do the combination of the multiple commands which you can do the process automated and scheduled. Disadvantage, learning, intermediation of the old commands and their syntax. This is tough to remember the syntax and understand to the syntax how to use those syntax. Non-intuitive due to the obscure command names and the options, inconsistent the command structure. Because different commands or different tools having the different type of the command structure. So common command line interfaces are bash mostly is used and default in a Linux shell. Another is a KSH and JSH. On the Kali Linux, the ZSH are used. Okay. So graphical user interface are Genome, KDE, Cinnamon, Mate and many other are exist. So for the detail you will search and you can see how it will looks like, so you can understand. On the Red Hat, Genome is used. On the Kali Linux, the KDE is used. And on the Ubuntu is a Mate is used. So different graphical user interface on the different operating system has been used.